Hey there, folks. Welcome back to another episode of our podcast, Deliverability Dialogues. Today on the deep dive, we're cutting straight to the chase on a challenge many of you deep into the world of email deliverability and marketing know all too well. Mailchimp emails landing squarely in the spam folder. We're going to unpack the underlying reasons this happens and, maybe more critically, arm you with actionable strategies, ways to reclaim your inbox placement and boost that sender reputation. Okay, well, let's unpack this. So you craft this perfect campaign, you hit send, and then poof, it just vanishes, right? No opens, no clicks, just the digital void. Often the first suspect is the content itself, but what's really going on behind the scenes? What's diverting those messages to junk?
Well, what's fascinating here is that while content is definitely crucial, the initial gatekeepers are often technical, really technical.
Oh, okay.
Take SPF and decomment records. They're not just, jargon. Without proper configuration, especially for a platform like Mailchimp that signs for you, spam filters see a massive red flag. SPF basically authorizes specific IP addresses to send for your domain. And DKIM, well, that acts like a digital signature, ensuring your email hasn't been tampered with. If you neglect these, you're essentially sending an unsigned, unverified letter. It looks really suspicious.
So it's less about the message itself at first and more about proving you even have the authority, the right to send it.
Exactly.
What's a common blind spot you see with Mailchimp users trying to get this right?
Yeah, absolutely. A really common error is overlooking domain alignment, especially now with DMARC being so critical of that third layer.
DMARC, right?
Many people set up the basic SPF and DKIM, but they don't configure DMARC properly. That's the policy record. It tells providers what to do if SPF or DKIM fail.
Okay.
Without it, even if you've set up the others, one little misstep can still sink your email. Or worse, it could allow spoofing. And this ties directly into your domain reputation.
The reputation.
Think of it like a credit score, but for your email sending. That history of high bounce rates, maybe low engagement, or worse, spam complaints. All that tells inbox providers you're, maybe not a reliable sender.
It really sounds like a domino effect then. Technical missteps erode trust, and then that gets magnified by how the content is seen. So what about those infamous spam trigger words? How do filters actually interpret them? Are they just scanning a list?
It's a bit more sophisticated than just a list. Filters aren't just looking for single words in isolation, they're analyzing patterns. And the intent, those words signal.
Intent, okay.
Phrases like act now, 100% free, prize, or limited offer, especially when you overuse them or kind of pile them on. They raise red flags because they mimic common scam language,
Yeah.
The goal really should be natural, value-driven language, not pushy sales copy. I actually saw a campaign once. The subject line had "will not believe your eyes" and "money-making secret." All caps.
Oh, wow.
It's like they were trying to land in spam.
It's amazing how quickly those things can trip you up. And it's not just the words, right? It's the presentation, too. How much does sloppy design or, say, grammar actually matter to an algorithm?
A surprising amount, actually. Sloppy grammar, spelling errors, way too many exclamation points. Seriously, 6 in a row is just too much. Or flashy colors, huge fonts, maybe an imbalanced text-to-image ratio, like too many big images. It all screams unprofessional, or worse, scam.
Yeah.
Filters are trained to spot these visual and textual cues. Aim for a professional, clean design. Maybe like a 60% text to 40% image ratio. That's a good rule of thumb. It's all about building trust with the person reading it and with the filter.
Right, trust. Okay, so beyond your technical setup, beyond the words and design, there's this third piece.
Yeah.
Often overlooked, I think. How your recipients actually interact with your emails. That matters heavily to inbox providers, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Here's where it gets really interesting. Low email engagement. If your subscribers consistently ignore your emails, low open rates, low clicks, inbox providers see that. They interpret it as a signal that your content isn't valuable. It's not wanted.
That makes sense.
And if enough people actually hit that report spam button, well, that's a direct, severe hit to your sender reputation. It basically tells providers, look, this sender is not delivering what our users want.
All right, so we've identified the culprits. Technical issues, content pitfalls, low engagement. What does this all mean? Let's shift to solutions. What are the most impactful practical steps we can take, especially as Mailchimp users, to turn this around, to keep emails out of junk?
Okay, first things first. Re-verify your SPF, DKIM, and crucially your DMRC records immediately, especially if you've recently touched your DNS settings at all.
Good point.
Beyond that, a real game changer for Mailchimp users is moving off Mailchimp's shared MailchimpApp.net sending domain.
Oh, right. Use your own.
Yes. Get your own dedicated custom sending domain. This gives you way more control and ownership over your reputation and for list building. Always prioritize quality over quantity. Seriously, implementing double opt-in is so important. It might slow down list growth a tiny bit initially,
Sure.
but it guarantees higher quality, more engaged subscribers. And they're far less likely to report you as spam. It pays off long term.
Okay, double opt-in. Makes sense. And before hitting send on a campaign, are there any diagnostic tools, anything proactive we should use?
Definitely. Use a reputable email spam checker tool. Many offer a free audit. These tools calculate a sort of spamminess score. You want it closer to 10, and they can flag specific content issues.
Like a pre-check.
Exactly. And then run inbox placement tests. See where your emails actually land across the big providers. Gmail, Yahoo, Outlook. Knowing that helps you fine-tune your whole strategy.
That proactive monitoring seems key. What about list maintenance over time? How rigorous should we be about, cleaning house?
You need to maintain a rigorously healthy email list, no question. Regularly remove those inactive subscribers, the ones who never open. And verify email addresses periodically. Email service providers like Mailchimp, they are incredibly strict about spam complaints and bounce rates.
They have to be.
Right. If you're constantly sending to disengaged or just plain invalid addresses, they will flag your account. And this raises an important question. Are you proactively checking blacklist databases like MX Toolbox?
Checking if you're on a list.
Yes. Seeing a 550 high probability of spam error is a huge warning sign. It likely means your domain or IP is blacklisted and messages are just being flat out rejected.
Okay, so vigilance is crucial here. It really sounds like a holistic approach is needed. Finally, how do personalization and just general branding fit into this deliverability puzzle?
They fit in significantly. Using merge tags to personalize emails, like simply using the recipient's name, it really increases engagement.
People like seeing their name.
They do. People are much more likely to open and click something that feels tailored to them. And that sends positive signals back to the inbox providers. And critically, treat your emails as an extension of your brand. Keep that consistency.
In design,
Graphics, the style of your content, any weird deviation or inconsistency can confuse recipients. And a confused recipient is more likely to just mark it as spam. It all really comes back to trust, building and maintaining that trust.
So whether you're navigating Mailchimp or, frankly, any other platform, the goal is always the same. Overcoming these deliverability challenges with smart, strategic fixes, boosting that inbox placement, boosting engagement rates. And remember, regardless of the email platform you use, the absolute key to success is always keeping your target audience right at the core of all your email marketing efforts. Think about them first. That's it. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, happy inbox allying.